flashing lights, trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got it out of it. He's going to get loose. They look at it. It's a touchdown.
People still filling the stands, and he takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense heads onto the field for the first possession of this game. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces tonight.
Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Irish send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Makes a nice grab at the 25. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Florida's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't.
There he goes. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Defensively, you'll take the slow game. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
The Gators just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Steps away. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Looking to throw, it's done. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. So now it's second and long. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a third and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Hauls it in. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 13.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what we saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Pulls it and fires to the left. And then take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Gator!
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Going to the ground. Across the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Just a short pass to the tight end. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Running back searching for a hole. Runs for the tackle. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second.
He's going to lose a yard on that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside and try to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Dropping back, it's done. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to go up top. He fires a bullet to the right. He's got it for a big play. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it first and 10 outside the 40. Tosses it incomplete.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
The play action fake. Floating away. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. He'll ride his man on the option. Rides the back on the option to give. There he goes. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal.
These These offenses are so hard to stop when you run the option because they play the quarterback well. They get it to the running back. The defense looks pretty good, but third and short, they get the yardage they need, and they move the sticks.
They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time, they knock him down behind the line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking to throw, it's done. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Fitted in the window for the score.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. The quick out. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. They'll try to snap it quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Man, as a quarterback, you've got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Reads it, fires complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Notre Dame right back to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Rushes on him. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Now the play fake. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon.
Unleashes one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Between the uprights, it's good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. USC put together a breathtaking performance inside the Coliseum. And how do you not liken it to the way Leinart and Bush and Lendale White and Dwayne Jarrett used to just annihilate teams? Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. It sounds like they had a good one there. And the Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quickly complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To the air. It's done. He rifles one deep to the left. He's got it on the outside. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Gator!
question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Breaks into the open. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Finding an escape route. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Poe. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on third and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. To the air, it's done. He's going to let it go. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Pulls it in. It's Bentley. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Shotgun snap on third down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time.
Man, what a break on the football. He read that the whole way. He just couldn't finish it. You know he saw the end zone. He saw the grass in front of him to break on that and maybe take it to the house, but just a missed opportunity.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Gators are in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to run it. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chooses.
Makes the grab at the 10. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the goal line. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He wants to change this route. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. After a drive this long, a field goal would be a punch in the gut. It's 3rd and goal. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Looking downfield, it's done. Looking to get it in. Catch and run was the idea. He caught, but he was stopped, and this defense makes the stand they needed. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far.
The Gators will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. Just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. To the air on 1st down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. They'll put him away from the 41 on 1st down. Quick release by the QB. Nice pickup there, gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Looking for a man. It's done. Going for it all. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And the Gators will have it 1st and 10.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second, try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. He makes a grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Well, This defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have...
He gets it in! Touchdown, Florida! Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Boom. Snags it quickly on the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to sling it on 2nd down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back in the 16. The Irish send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run play action. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a winch.